Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My previous reading to Libras and Geminis just inspired me to actually go for like two signs all at once. And I asked the cards to give me two signs to whom I can now have an intuitive reading for. What I've got was Capricorn and Virgo. And I asked, like, okay, what are the main topics that we shall talk about? And for Virgos, the health came out. And for Capricorns, the white elephant. So I would like to go through these two readings at once and see maybe they have some connection, maybe not, but I let you decide if you are a Virgo, Moon, Sun, Ascendant, or Capricorn, whether there is someone in your life from the other sign who is meaningful and you will see the connection. If not, then just listen to your one. So let's start with Virgo actually, because we've got the health card underneath, and that card is talking about physical health, mental health, emotional well-being, and everything that represents health for us. And it seems that something is eating you, Virgo. Something is getting to you. You know, when you feel like you might be overwhelmed, you might have got just down with a physical like virus, with a physical accident, with a something or something emotional or something mental. And I asked what kind of energy can help you. And from the healing deck, we've got the tea tree. This is from the Aboriginal healing deck from Australia. And the tea tree talks about energy and becoming stronger. And it mentions that you might have been tired and running on empty, yet you did not take the time offer to rest and reevaluate. And that is so typical to Virgos, that just pushing and pushing through, and you have massive stamina, but is it worth it? Is it what you really want to destroy your health for something else? So I would ask myself, if I were you, like, what is that I'm pushing so hard, either emotionally or physically or mentally, and reevaluate really. And the card says that your need for total control and the energy it has required to maintain this domination robbed you of your chance to become stronger. So it's actually you're losing your strength and health because of something that might not be worth it at the end of the day. And healing might be an exhausting but necessary task to undertake, which is very controversial. How could healing be exhausting? But it can be. Sometimes it takes longer time, especially if we are already exhausted over our limits. And it seems that you might be. And but probably you want to, or you wish to move over this situation. So maybe the card's recommendation is that to let someone else take control for a while and give yourself time to heal. Then you can come back even stronger. And that's a beautiful message in a sense of that control and letting that control out. It's a really hard thing for Virgos many times, but you can consider it as temporary. And if you can give that control over, you are not only giving control over, you are giving trust to somebody. And if you choose the right people, it's worth it. It's always worth, because of what you cause in them, how much they feel appreciated, how much they feel trusted, how much happier they become. Well, also they are doing something for you, and then you recover and come back ever stronger. And maybe that means together you can reach or achieve something even higher, much better, much bigger. I don't know what it is that you are working towards, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily a step backwards, but it's more about giving yourself time to strengthen up and move forward even better or faster, or bigger steps. I don't know which is required of you, but the key message here is to reevaluate and gather your strength back before it's too late, or you lose bigger than you would think. So because it said that to let other people help you, I will ask what type of people or person or who would help you? Who is the one you can actually trust and give it some energy and so to spare yours. Let's see. I asked the animal spirit cards. So, oh, here you go. The wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. This is very interesting, isn't it? To give someone, maybe, for me, it says that probably you know someone around you who was stung by life, meaning the same way like you, meaning they went through the same problems. Maybe you know exactly who that person is, and even though you might not trust them as a person, you might trust them as someone who had that experience and knows how to get out of it. So, most probably, that person can help. Look at the second one that came out, the whale, the trust. The trust comes back. You really have to trust that person. That's beautiful, like all the same messages. So, I recommend to really just to evaluate. Let's jump to the Capricorn and see what's going on in there. So Capricorn, you've got the white elephant as the first card of like what is that about? And the white elephant is a sign that you already know, um that to address that white elephant that has been worrying you, for only you can solve this issue with perseverance and dedication. And this means that there is a situation that has been lingering for some time and needs to be sorted ASAP so that the new cycle can start. So basically, it says that it's the end of a tough cycle approaches, and it's up to you to really end it, to really close that down. Whatever it is, it needs to be sorted out. It needs to be um, handled. It needs to be resolved. It needs to be talked about. Whatever is holding you back to close something down, to finish something, to move on after that. And then I asked what that might be. So I got two more cards, the little blessings and the love forgives distance, which tells me that the little blessings are about noticing all those little things that you haven't noticed, or just, you know, that once went unseen and unappreciated by you, that can truly be known for the first time. So it's not just open it to open your eyes, it's to open your heart to things, to open your mind to things, to open your thoughts. And the solution is right around you. You just need to find those little blessings and focus on something, and look with the eyes of wonder, um at the little, like, miracles of life, and the little, like, wonders of life, the little important things of life. Sometimes it can be just somebody smiled at you while served you a coffee, or somebody just said something nice about you without wanting anything, and you just notice, oh wow, not with the ego of like, yeah, yeah, I look good, but it's like, oh, how nice that person is, how brave that person is to say that to a complete stranger, or noticing things or just see them from different perspectives already can bring you blessings. And when you do this, the gates to other good stuff will just swing open. And the other card says the love forgives distance. It talks about, that there are different types of love, and some only flourishes when it's close and it needs physical closeness. It needs that kind of nurturing that only can be done by physical touch or words or anything that is close. But there are different type of loves that, when you have a friend you haven't seen for so long, and when you meet, you just start where you finished off, like, and nothing happened. There is no hurt, there is no wounds, there is nothing, just because you've been far away from each other. Love didn't disappear. And because that's the first card, like if you check all the cards, it was so green around Virgo, and they were all so black around Capricorn, but this is the first green one, like really matching the Virgo's green. That's where I think that the two signs are getting connected. So you might have a friend you haven't seen for a very long time, or you haven't had in that big meaningful manner, but now that friend needs help. So I would recommend, dear Capricorns, to look around, especially if you have some Virgos around you, whether they are healthy, whether they are, like nourished, whether they are thriving. And if not, just as a friend, ask in it, or in any ways, just see whether they need any help. And many times, these two signs can be such amazing in act of service without words, without even being close to each other. It's This is where I think that miracle that heals both of you can come into place. and and isn't it a great feeling when you really do help someone, when you really do heal someone, when you are just part of it. And it can be very little things. It might be your colleague at work who just really busy, and you just give them a tea. I thought about you. Can you have like a 5-minute tea break? Here you go. And nothing with force, but all with just that giving. And and let's see whether that person helps. Because actually, this one, coming back to that, yes, Capricorns many times went through all that suffering before. So it's a very interesting reading where you two can reconnect again. And it will be good for both of you, because what it tells me that, Capricorn, if you can find that Virgo in your life who needs that healing, then be there for them at least, and that will help you close that old cycle that you need to move on and address. And you might learn something from the other person that helps you to close that thing that you need to address immediately. And and Virgos, if there is someone as a Capricorn approaching, or if you know some, that's the one. Either proactively asking for help because they might be your people, or just accepting, if they come into the picture, just let them. You can trust them. That's a beauty in it, that you will feel it, that they went through that, and you can trust that, and that will heal you, that will give energy back to you, like almost instantly. So yeah, this is for today's reading. I think it's rounded as is right now. So I'm wishing you beautiful healing and beautiful closure of your last cycle, and an opening of a much better one. Good luck, and see you next time. Bye.